It has been a minute. We are so back with some Torbjorn turret spots now that he's got Sticky Turret. One of Torbjorn's perks allows him to throw his turret further, but more importantly, allow him to throw it and stick it to other surfaces it wouldn't normally be able to. Normal turret, just floors. Sticky turret, walls and ceilings. You get the point. Now a lot of the time with this perk, you'll find yourself just lobbing it at a wall, and it's pretty darn effective. But for those of you that want to go the extra mile, okay, I've cooked up some turret spots here in custom games with a fella. We've been experimenting for maybe 2 or 3 days in custom games, trying to find some elite fun spots for you guys. Enough chit chat, time for the taste test. Let's lick turret spot number 1. I'm gonna start with a simple but effective on Hanaoka. There are 2 spots I'm going to show here on Hanaoka. These can be recreated on either side of the map. You can come over to the left side here, or the right side if it's flipped, and throw a turret against this building behind the tree here. It's going to sit behind the shrubbery and shoot through it, allowing for a much sneakier way to use your turret for this point, because quite frankly, this point sucks for turret spots normally. An alternative to this, which has a wider angle, but I suppose in that regard is easier to destroy, would be to throw it against this. I think it's a sakura tree. It's pink, so I'm gonna presume it's a sakura tree. You throw it against the building behind it, and look at that. I'm gonna turn my HUD on, just so you can see there is a turret behind that thing, and it's just chilling. That was just a little taster for you, okay? Nothing too special, but I see you guys are wanting more. Let's get to the big dogs. On Junkertown defense, throw a turret up against this pipe here. And as you see, what's going on here? It's seeped through, and you're thinking, well, surely it's not going to have LOS of anything. Wrong, it still does. The great part about this turret is it shoots out of this pipe, which is actually a solid object, and people can only shoot at it if they hit the tiny legs sticking out or the little niblets of the gun that stick out. That is it. I really like spots like this, and there's a few more like this coming as well. We're simplifying things again on Dorado, but I think it's important to stick with simple, but with good, effective angles. Dorado, 3rd point. You've built up your 2nd perk by now, let's frickin' hope, unless you're inting. What you're gonna do is you're gonna find this little slanted roof section. I guess it's a roof, it's indoors. I don't know if that counts as a roof. Anyway, you're gonna throw a turret up against that. And this is only gonna shoot them when they get round the corner. So it's gonna be waiting there, effective. It's not gonna get taken out too early. It's gonna be effective when you take that fight on the corner, taking a nice LOS angle into the fight. This one on Route 66 was a cheeky little number my fella found when experimenting in some custom games. Throw a turret up into this little niblet here. It's going to sit nice and tucked away. This isn't going to be visible from when you're down below unless you play on the left side of this straight. Now you might be thinking, well, what's the point in that if it only hits the left side? Well, when the team pushes up is when this is effective, because that's when the support lineup is going to be pushed out that way when they're attacking. This is going to cause a big distraction because they're not expecting this random turret to be there. They're going to turn around away from their team, either allowing you to pick off a support or to lower the healing output into their front line, taking them out nice and lickety-split. A simple but effective on Shambali Monastery, but it has 2 uses. Let's see it. By throwing it on this archway here, you allow it to be effective on 2nd point, which is the more obvious way to use it. It's a nice turret that sits back. It takes natural coverage from this little elevated thing, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the screen. However, if we rotate over to the low ground now, you can see you can also use this defensively on point 1. It's going to attack from a very unexpected angle, at a limited angle, I'll admit, but it's going to be enough to isolate some supports that play out in that position there, and it's going to catch them off guard in this unexpected angle to see a turret from. Flashpoint is not a typical environment you would see a Torbjorn in, okay? But if you're a daring enough fella to run Torbjorn on Flashpoint, you want some daring spots to pair it up with. Okay, let's see it. this specific flashpoint has an open roof. I think you see where this spot is going, don't you? You can lob a turret way up there, and it's going to be a really effective, unexpected angle to attack the enemies from. It's like having a helicopter support. Call in the Pavlo, why don't you? And attack people from above, raining hell. It's a very underrated spot. It's a very effective and useful spot for this point of Suravasa. Here's another one, just like the Junkertown spot, the ridiculously OP, disgusting one. Let's see it. This spot can be done on both sides, but it is easier on the side with the red car. So what you want to do is follow this lineup here. I'm actually going to have to turn my ugly HUD on for this so I can line my crosshair up for you. You want to hop on the front of this car first of all, and hold crouch and wedge yourself into this corner. The reason why you want to hold crouch is because you'll just walk over the roof otherwise. So make sure you hold crouch, and then once you're in this corner, stand up normally. Okay, let go of your control or whatever it is on controller. Now there's a little part that to me looks like a bullet hole in this brick. It's like a little dark circle area. Find it and aim at it. Making sure that you are uncrouched, of course, whilst aiming at it. You want to move your crosshair half a brick up. Half of one of these bricks up. So move it up halfway along that brick. And then place your turret down. And this is going to sit against the wall, and you're thinking, well, it's obviously not going to shoot, it's in a car. Wrong again. Let me rally the Torbjorn to come in, and you will see, holy moly, it shoots through the freaking car. It's completely, you cannot shoot it through the car, you have to shoot the legs. Therefore, it is a ridiculously good spot for defending this area of Colosseo. I can't give you too many bangers after bangers. Sometimes we gotta go back to simple but effective, okay? Like this one on Midtown. Head up in the fire department of Midtown and find these two ceiling lights right here. Then, simply throw your turret up at these ceiling lights, and this is gonna be a very effective angle onto the point. You can use it defensively on the point, or you can use it as an attacker. As you see, if I'm coming back from spawn, this is going to attack me as I engage this area. If I'm coming back from the other side, I cannot see it to shoot it from far away unless I enter the point. So it's good for those two reasons. You sort of have to be on the point to be affected by this turret. You can't really attack it from elsewhere, which is very nice. Blizzard World defending spot. This is useful for if you are just straight up defending the point, or if you almost lose the point and you want to come and retake it. Okay. What you're going to want to do is line yourself up with this path here on the floor, and then throw a turret, just aim a little bit above, so that you can launch it back down. And as you see, it's going to sit on that roof. And it's not going to be easy for you to hit if you're not on the point. It's a very nice one, especially when re-engaging the point, as I said, because it's obviously going to have that nice angle onto the back line, not so much onto the front line, but they're going to be playing further up against the point. So it's good to pick off some squishies with it, or even distract their crosshair. Numbani's blinding turret. If you haven't heard of this legend, let me show you right now. Literally, all you're wanting to do here is hop up onto these two little thingies here and throw a turret as high as you can get it on this building. That's it. You might be thinking, Clowner, what's blinding turret about? You're yapping. Allow me to demonstrate. Here I am, Torbjorn, walking. Obviously I'm not going to be attacked by the turret, but imagine I was. Beep beep. Uh-oh. I can't see a goddamn thing. Where is the turret? Where is the turret? What am I being attacked by? Is it an angel? Is it the devil? I am quite frankly not so sure. The very final one is a funny little spot I found on Shambali Monastery. On Junkertown, I threw a turret into a pipe and it pinged itself upwards into the pipe, and that was pretty strange. This can also happen on Shambali Monastery. Throw it against this bell, and as you see, if you angle it right, it makes a dong sound. Listen close. They're going to love Oh yeah. That's how you know you got it right. It will ping upwards into the bell. And what's good about this turret, I didn't actually get any clips of this, but it doesn't start shooting until they're pretty far out. Now the point I want to make about this turret is, it's very rare for a team fight to happen just outside of this entrance where this bell is. That doesn't really happen. Team fights usually happen on the corner afterwards, right? That is where this turret is going to start shooting. So all the whilst they're pushing that payload through, this turret isn't shooting. As soon as it reaches that corner, you guys are going to get back from spawn. The turret will begin shooting, either distracting or being an effective source of damage. One or the other. That's all the turret spots I've got for you guys. You are a very creative bunch of people when it comes to turret spots. I've seen it in my comment section. So with this update, if you've found something crazy, if you want to show me something crazy, hey, email me, write a comment, Instagram. Either one works. I've been Clowner. That's been a some turret spots in 2025 with the stickiness that it now provides. I'll see you, I can't really salute, but you can do the old, in the next one.